Now, Life Skills with Dr. Ralph Henson from Life Baptist Church in Meridian.
One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Proverbs 27:12, and it says, "A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." Let me say that again for you. A prudent person sees danger and takes precautions. Let's talk about that for just a minute. A wise person foresees danger and takes precautions. Let's say you're driving down the road and you see that blue flashing light up ahead. You're going to kind of back off again. Or if you are at the Grand Canyon, as Christy and Ben and I were last October, and there's a railing there, and outside the railing is a drop-off of several hundred feet, you wouldn't jump over that railing. You would see that railing and stop at it. But then it goes on to say the simpleton goes blindly on and suffers consequences. I can't tell you how many times people have come to me for counseling and they got in trouble with their marriage, or they got in trouble with their finances, or they got in trouble at work, or they're in trouble in their life, or they're in trouble with drugs or something. And as they're talking and they're telling me this story about what happened in their life, in my mind I'm thinking, didn't you see that coming? When that person offered you those drugs, didn't you see the consequences? When you realized you were drinking too much, didn't you know what was going to happen? When somebody started flirting with you, didn't you realize? It says the prudent people foresee danger and they take precautions. So people who are wise look ahead and they say, I need to set some barriers and I need to make sure that I'm not going to do this or this. So if you've got a problem with drinking, then you don't go out with the guys who drink. Or if you've got a problem with something in your life being lazy, then you find things to do. So that's the wise person. But the foolish person just goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. You know, we can count to 10, and we know that if there's 10, 9 plus 1, it makes 10. And we know 9 plus 1 makes 10. But somehow in our spiritual life, we don't put these two together. If we live a life that's ungodly, and we live a life that's not going to honor God, and we live a life that's selfish and headed on to hell, then we shouldn't be surprised when that's the consequences. So I want to encourage you today to look ahead for danger. If you see a problem in your life, look ahead and take a precaution. Don't just suffer the consequences. Enjoy the blessing. Learn this verse. The prudent see danger and take precautions. The simple go blindly on and suffer the consequences. Live a life that honors God, and you'll enjoy good consequences. Now that's a good life.